Tonight on KRTR Local News at 6. Since it's election season again here in Iowa, we're tracking the details for Election Day. And there's more to LaPorte City's library's new look than just renovations. We'll check out their new logo and the story behind it. Good evening. Thank you for watching KRTR Local News at 6. I'm Dan Richards. News from Minneapolis this morning. According to CNN, a gunman opened fire on Annunciation School, where children were en masse to mark the start of the school year. According to officials on the site, the shooter died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound after injuring 17 children between the ages of 6 and 14, some in critical condition, and killing 2 children. The motive is still under investigation. Here at home, we are more grateful than ever that the Union Community School District made the investment into the Eagle Eyes system, which Superintendent John Howard said in a recent interview is working well and even alerts the staff if there are toy guns. Let us all hope that the system never needs to issue an alert for a real threat and keep the families of the Annunciation School in our thoughts and prayers. The LaPorte City Public Library has a new logo. On August 15th, the library's Board of Trustees voted to adopt a new logo designed by Carolyn Herman. Library Director Jake Rockhurtvelt provided the following statement. Prompted by the renovation of the building, the Board of Trustees called for a logo design submissions to brand the library. Lacking any formal logo or branding guidelines, the introduction of a building-specific logo from the community would encourage a stronger connection to the library. Based on community votes of the 7 design submissions, the board voted to incorporate the most popular design into the library's branding. The submitted design is being converted into various files with different shapes and colors. The final logo designs will replace the library's temporary logo by the end of September. It looks like we're in for generally nice weather over the next few days. We'll have a mix of sunny and partly cloudy days as the temperatures stick around the mid-70s, except for tomorrow, which has a chance of breaking into the low 80s. If you've got pictures of sunrises, sunsets, cityscapes, or neat clouds, you can have your photos featured on air during our weather. Send those photos to hello@krtrlocal.tv. Coming up, we'll take a look at recent matches for girls tennis, plus there isn't a shortage of sports or events. We'll take a look at both right after the break. You're watching KRTR Local News at 6. I'm Dan Richards. Starting off our sports segment, last Thursday, varsity girls tennis played against Dike New Hartford at home. They played hard, but didn't quite have the momentum to bring home the W. Olivia Keegan had the best turnout of the morning, with her match ending 8-4 to the Wolverines' Addie Jocelyn. Thursday afternoon, the tennis ladies matched up against the Independence Mustangs. While still not quite bringing home the win, in singles, Cameron Falk had a close match against the Mustangs' Lizzie Wright, ending up 8-6. In doubles, the Knights' Olivia Keegan and Lauren Frush fought hard against the Mustangs' Isla Reed and Brooklyn Pint, but still made out with a final score of 8-6 to the Mustangs. Monday of this week, they traveled to Appleton-Parkersburg. In singles, Madison Martin won 8-3 over the Falcons' Holly Hogstad, and Adeline Engel won 8-6 over the Falcons' Jaden Krausman. In doubles, the tennis ladies won all 3 matches, 8-1, 8-1, and 8-4. Then on Tuesday, the ladies got to stay home for a match against Mount Vernon. It was another tough night as Madison Martin brought in the only W for the night, scoring 8-6 against Mustangs' Nora Dye. Looking ahead in sports, this week the Knights football is traveling to New Hampton to take on the Chickasaws. The freshman and sophomore game starts at 4:45 and varsity starts at 7:30. On Saturday, varsity volleyball will head to the Independence Volleyball Invitational, while the freshmen are headed to Dike New Hartford. Also on Saturday, the varsity boys and girls cross country are headed to Anamosa. That race starts at 9 a.m. Next Tuesday, the entire cross-country team from 7th grade through varsity is headed to Olwine. The first race starts at 4 p.m. Also on Tuesday, girls tennis will stay home to battle South Tama Trojans at 4:15, and volleyball will hit the road to Jessup. Their first match starts at 5:30. And the girls' swim team, which is co-opted with Waterloo West, has their first event of the season tomorrow night at 5:30. They'll be at Mason City swimming against the Mason City Riverhawks and the Decorah Vikings. By the way, there's a lot going on with night sports, so it's hard to be at everything. If you've got them, send sports videos or photos to sports@krtrlocal.tv, and we'll use those as part of our sports coverage. You'll also get a call out on air as a thanks for helping us cover the news that matters to you. Let's take a look at the community calendar. This Saturday, the LaPorte City Public Library is having tea service with UNI's Mayoko Umeda. She will present a Japanese tea ceremony. The ceremony is highly ritualistic and focuses on the process of preparing and drinking green tea, usually matcha, in traditional and cultural settings with an emphasis on mindfulness. Mayoko will walk through the ceremony and share information about etiquette and ritual. Monday, September 1st is Labor Day. Schools and most government offices and banks will be closed. September 2nd is the first day of school for preschool students. Also September 2nd is Knit and Stitch from 1:30 to 2:30 at Norma Anders Public Library in Dysart. At 4 p.m. on the 2nd is Clay Lab for 8 to 17-year-olds at the LaPorte City Public Library. On Wednesday, September 3rd at 6 p.m., UHS strength and conditioning coach Scott Denner is kicking off Get You Fit, a fitness class for adults of all ability levels. You can find more information about these and other events by visiting krtrlocal.tv and clicking on the community calendar link in the menu bar. If you want your event posted, send the details to hello@krtrlocal.tv. We'll be back with more news that matters to you after the break. Welcome back, I'm Dan Richards. The 2025 election season has officially started, with Monday being the first day for candidates for mayor, city council, and school boards to file their candidacy. That filing period remains open until September 18th. This year in Dysart, there are 3 city council seats up for election. The mayor's seat will be up in 2026. In LaPorte City, there are 2 city council seats up and the mayor's seat up for election. Current Mayor Jasmine Gaston has said that she will run for re-election this year. At Union Community School District, there are 3 board seats up for election, and this year we'll be voting on the bond referendum. Before ending the show, I wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who watched, liked, subscribed, and shared last week's episode. Launch night was way more successful than I ever hoped it would be, and that is 100% thanks to you. With that, if you would keep liking and sharing the broadcast, that will help us get established not only in the algorithms, but also within the LaPorte City and Dysart communities. That's all for tonight, folks. Thanks for joining KRTR Local News at 6. We'll be right back here next Wednesday at 6 p.m. See you then.